Alright ESPN, how many LeBron reports do we want this week?
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven.
I mean, are you kidding me at this point? Every day it seems like there's a new report or some rumor, speculation, whatever you want to call it, about LeBron being traded, about LeBron not being happy, the Lakers and LeBron feuding, or whatever it might be. ESPN continues to roll them out, or people related to ESPN are continuing to push this narrative about LeBron being traded or wanting to be traded, not wanting to play with the Lakers next season. And you know, whether their time is up in 2 months, 2 years, whatever it might be, it's not as bad as the media is making it out to be at this point. I mean, if it were, the Lakers and LeBron would literally be feuding online at this point, talking trash to each other and going at it like Kevin Durant trying to trash talk his haters on Twitter. At that point, that's what it would be. But we're not there yet, and I don't think we ever will be, or hopefully won't be, though the media still sounds like this every day.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
And hey, I admit it, I'm a part of it. I've talked about LeBron too. I've talked about the early reports saying that the Lakers and LeBron are not in the best place right now. I think that one came from Jovan Buha. There definitely is some credibility to it. They're obviously not seeing eye to eye at this point. Following the contract, or rather player option that LeBron opted into, that meant he would be entering probably the final year of his contract with their team. Some reports say that he wanted a contract extension from the Lakers. Other reports have gone against that, and I think even Rich Paul said that they weren't looking for that. So it's kind of a back and forth without any merit at this point. Reports on reports saying one thing and adding more fuel to the fire, which there might not be much of a fuel there to begin with. I mean, if LeBron really hated the Lakers and didn't want to come back to their team, I think he would have made it more apparent at this point, not even showing up to their Summer League game the other night, which he did do by the way, likely not affiliating them in any way with himself, and I don't think that's been the case so far. Yes, again, they're not seeing eye to eye, but that doesn't mean they're about to break up tomorrow or that LeBron's about to request a trade. And that's kind of the next thing I want to talk about, this being the latest report, or rather speculation going around, that the 4 teams that contacted about trading for LeBron, which actually was confirmed by Rich Paul, that's only one true report I think we have at this point, but now people are taking that and running with it, saying that the Lakers are in trade talks with them and negotiating a trade for LeBron, with many people not even knowing that LeBron has a no trade clause, so they literally can't do that even if they wanted to. And then with the 4 teams being revealed that want him or apparently contacted the Lakers about a trade for him, being the Golden State Warriors, Dallas Mavericks, Cleveland Cavaliers, and the LA Clippers. Though this does come from a person that's not even a reporter, I don't think, coming from Scoop B. Robinson, I guess more of a Twitter figure than anything. I don't think a credentialed reporter, so take that with a massive grain of salt. And well, people are simply running with it and going in all different directions with it. Though I don't think they realize that 2 out of the 4 teams there literally can trade for him, and the other 2 would be very difficult. The 2 of which that literally can't trade for him are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, the Cavaliers are currently a second apron team, so they can't aggregate players in a trade, nor can they take back money through a trade. So unless you're talking about salary dumping either Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland, then trading more players to simply make the money work in a trade for LeBron, and having him waive his no trade clause for that trade, that's the only way it could theoretically work, which would obviously be a long process that would not be worth it in my opinion. Then for the Dallas Mavericks, they're currently $1 million below the first apron, they are hard capped at the first apron, so much like the Cavaliers here unless they would salary dump a player on their team, and not to mention to make a trade work for it thereafter, having to include one of Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving, then they're also not going to make a trade for LeBron James. So I think we can rule that one out here too. And then for the LA Clippers, I think this one was simply made up and thrown in there to make the 4-team conversation actually 4 teams and confirm it, or I guess speculate about it. I don't see a scenario where the Clippers trade for him. At that point, they're also having to trade a massive salary to make the money work, aka either Kawhi Leonard or James Harden. I don't see that happening, and barring that scenario, they're not making a trade for LeBron James, which I don't think that LeBron would even want to go there to begin with. And then last but not least, I guess this is the only one you could maybe make an argument for, that being the Golden State Warriors, given the fact we've actually heard real reports about them trying to trade for him, contacting the Lakers about him at the trade deadline, I think even going back to the 23-24 NBA season, they've actually tried to explore a trade for him and maybe talk about it realistically. So I guess you could actually talk about this one and it wouldn't be completely made up, though I also don't find it very likely. Even with the trade for Golden State, who is about $25 million below the first apron, therefore they do have some wiggle room to make a gigantic trade or a player with a very large salary work in a trade, they would still have to trade either Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green to make the trade work, which I don't see very likely. At that point, I don't think LeBron will want to go to their team. If they're trading either Jimmy Butler and or Draymond Green to get him, then for what's left of their team, I don't think LeBron would have a ton of interest in it. I mean, yes, obviously still playing with Steph Curry, but even then, I don't see it happening and I don't think that they want to do that trade either. Again, if you want to speculate and talk about a team that maybe would, or I guess realistically kind of could trade for LeBron, then go ahead and talk about Golden State. Especially if you're talking about that list, which may or may not be confirmed at this point. You know, talking about Golden State, the LA Clippers, Cleveland, or the Dallas Mavericks, Golden State's the only one that has even a chance of doing it and still being remotely competitive after making that trade. So I guess talk about it, speculate, hop in the trade machine and make your trades, whatever you want to do, but I don't see it happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, it might be fun to hop on NBA 2K, and not to mention turn off the trade sliders first and try it out, trade into all 4 of the teams that are listed here, but if we're talking about real life and actually making it work, it's not gonna happen. I mean, maybe a 1% chance for Golden State, but other than that, it's not gonna happen, and it's pretty much borderline impossible to begin with. I don't believe there will be a trade for him. I don't think that LeBron or Rich Paul want him to be traded. I think the only real problem, like I keep always saying about this, is the fact that the Lakers not prioritizing him as much as LeBron and or Rich Paul want him to be, which is really a weird situation for him and he's simply not used to it. With the Lakers prioritizing and transitioning more to Luka Doncic, him being their 1A option and now the guy they're building around, not LeBron for the first time in roughly 8 years now, it's a bit of a weird situation for him. He wants to be prioritized and they don't feel the same way exactly, but it's not as bad as the media is making it out to be. He's not requesting or demanding a trade. I don't think it'll get to that point, and a whole lot's being made of a situation that's a little bit tense, but not nearly about to implode like they're making it out to be. So with that in mind here, how do you guys feel about the LeBron talk, the endless reports primarily coming from ESPN, them pushing it, everyone else taking it and running with it, the trade talks, the drama talk I guess, kind of becoming a soap opera at this point? You know, simply turn it on every day and see what else comes out about it. And how do you think it will eventually end? Will it simply be LeBron playing this season with the Lakers, nothing really changing about it? Or will there actually be a trade or something that comes out of it? Let me know your thoughts and what you think about the situation in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.